Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today we are going to explain another course about grammar lessons, okay? And we are going to do with future simple, okay? So we are going to cover the use of future simple and what are when we're gonna use future simple, the forms, etc., and time expressions. We are going to cover all the things that are related to simple future. We have simple future. Either sometimes we can use will, and sometimes we are going to use be going to, which means that the verb to be plus going to, etc. But there is a difference between will and going to in future. Okay, so let's start. We have first of all we have here future simple. We have will and going to. For example, we can say will plus the verb infinitive. Okay, so for example, we have I will help you. She will call me when I arrive. Okay, I will help you. You can say she will call me when I arrive. So we have be going to plus the verb in infinitive also, and both of them we can use them in future simple. But there is difference between will and going to. Okay, so he's going to spend his vacation in London. He's going to spend his vacation in London, or you can say I'm going to be an actor when I grow up. Okay, I'm going to be an actor when I grew up. Okay, so you see, these are the forms of simple future. Sometimes we use well plus the verb infinitive, and sometimes we use be going to plus the verb infinitive. It means that the verb to be in present plus going to plus the verb in infinitive. Okay, so we're gonna start by will. Okay, and we are going to cover the functions of will. Okay, when we're gonna use we are going to push will in the future simple. We have first we use will to express the voluntary actions. Okay, if you want to express some voluntary actions or something like that, like we are going to give an offer or something. For example, we have I am really hungry. I am really hungry. I will make some sandwiches. I will make some sandwiches. This is what? This is a voluntary action. Okay. So then second use, okay, we use will to express promise. Okay, if you want to promise someone, okay. So we have, for example, I promise I will not tell him about the surprise party. I promise, so I will not tell him about the surprise party. So number three, we use will to express spontaneous decision. Okay, the action decided at the moment of speaking. What does it mean? The spontaneous, which means that the action it had a it comes at the time of speaking. We decided right now. Okay, so the phone is ringing. I will answer. I mean, this is what we call spontaneous decision. Means that the action decide at the moment of speaking, etc. Okay, these are functions of will. Okay, we are going to put will in future. If you want to do a voluntary work for voluntary action, we can say giving an offer or something like that. If you want to promise, okay, or if you want to talk about something happening right now, like we have here spontaneous decision. Okay, next we have, for example, here we have some examples. We have we live a long and happy life. We will have two children and a dog. We will not be rich. You will not get married, etc. Okay, so here with this woman said all the things that here just some predictions. She is not sure about the thing. Okay, she's not sure. She makes just predictions. Okay, she predicts maybe the future or something like that, like the news weather or the weather news. They make just prediction. It will rain tomorrow there, and it will be sunny in another city, etc. They made just some predictions. So for that we have the use. Okay, the use future or future simple. We are going to use future simple to talk about predictions, promises in the future. So we can use future simple with will if you want to make predictions and if you want to give promises, etc. The thing that we have just covered in the use of will. So sometimes we have some signal words like tomorrow, like next week, next Monday, few days, weeks, reasons, etc. All these are time expressions that refer to simple future. So then we have here, we're gonna move to forms of simple future. For example, we are talking about affirmative form. What do you think that we need if you want to do a sentence? You need subject, I, you, he, she, and we, you, and they, plus will, plus stay the verb, okay, and the rest of the sentence, okay. So we had to need what? The subject plus will, okay, plus the verb in infinitive, okay. So we are going to, which means that infinitive without to. I will stay at home. I will stay at home. She will stay at home. We will stay at home, etc. Means we are going to put will. So and the verb to be, the verb in infinitive plus the rest of the sentence. Means that we are not going to change the verb. Okay, we are going to put just the subject plus the verb in infinitive plus the rest of the sentence. Okay, so then we're talking about negative form. But when we're talking about negative form, like here we have I will not travel this summer. What do we have here? We have the subject, okay? We have subject plus want or will not, okay? Plus the infinitive without, okay? Plus the infinitive without to. So this is that in negative form. Then we have question form. We are going to put will first, means that we are going to inverse the subject and will, and we are going to put the verb infinitive plus the rest of the sentence and the question mark. Okay, so where will you go to school, or when will you go to school, etc. Okay, so then we have will plus the subject plus the verb infinitive. Sometimes we are going to have question words. What I mean question words like WH question, like when, like where, why, who, etc. Okay, so we need question words plus well plus the subject plus the verb in infinitive. Okay, plus question plus the question mark, of course. So this is what we are talking about well and future simple using with well. Now we are going to move. Okay, so here we have an exercise. Okay, so we have asked for the underlined verb. We have I will go shopping next Monday. If you want to make a question with the thing that we have there, we can say when will you go shopping? When will you go shopping? Here we are going to use this question word if you want to talk about time. When will you go shopping? Then we have I will go shopping next Monday. Okay, I will go shopping next Monday. Then we have what will you do? Okay, next Monday. What will you do next Monday? Okay, so here we have the question words. Okay, like when, like where, etc. Okay, so then we have Bill Eilish will not play any concert this summer. Okay, who will not or won't play any concert this summer? Okay, Billie Eilish will not play any concert this summer. So this is what we're talking about. Will now we're going to use we are going to move to be going to, means that the verb to be plus go into plus the verb in infinitive. Okay, so and these are the functions when we are going to use go into, and there's little bit difference between them. So here we use be going to talk about prior plans, strong intentions, or fixed arrangements. What mean prior plans? Something that we already planned before. For example, so I already planned what I think that I'm going to do tomorrow. Okay, and I'm sure. Okay, 100% I'm going to do it. Okay, prior plans, strong intentions, or fixed arrangement. Okay, for example, tomorrow I already fixed an arrangement with my friend. We're gonna have coffee or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to buy a new car next year. I'm going to buy a new car next year. Good. So this is the thing. We use both will or going to predict future events. Okay. So we can say the weather tomorrow will be sunny, or you can say you are going to be a famous artist. Okay, you are going to be a famous artist. So note we use be going to not well to make predictions about event when there is a concrete evidence. When there is a concrete and concrete evidence, we can say, look at those dark clouds in the sky. It's going to be rain soon. It's going to be rain. So this is what there is a concrete evidence. It's going to rain soon, etc. Okay, so these are the functions of using going to. As you notice, there is a little bit difference between going to and well. We use well sometimes if you want to make predictions, but we use going to if you want to talk about some strong intentions, fixed arrangements, etc. Okay, so then here we have also the forms. We are going to cover the forms of using of going to, etc. We can use going to here. Okay, when we have how we're gonna form the be going to in future, we are going to need subjects first plus am or is or are, means that the verb to be in present. Okay, am or is or are means we are going to use the verb to be in present. Subject plus the verb to be in present plus going to, okay, plus the verb in infinitive, okay. I'm going to do something. He is going to do something. She is going to do something, or we are going to do something. Means that we are going to use the subject plus going to plus the verb in infinitive. He's going to spend his vacation in areas. In negative form, we have we can say we are going to also the subject plus the verb to be in present, am or is or are, plus not, plus the going to, plus the verb in infinitive. Okay, we are not going to do something, or he is not going to do something. She is not going to do something. Good. Here we have as an example, we have Sarah isn't going to visit her aunt on Friday. Sarah isn't going to visit her aunt on Friday. Then, we have also form. We are talking about question form. Okay, so when we have question form, sometimes you're gonna have yes or no question. Okay, so in question form in general, we inverse the verb to be and the subject. We put the verb to be first plus subject plus going to plus the question mark. Are you going to be a teacher? Are you going to be a teacher? Okay, so and sometimes we use going to with WH question. If you want to make a question, we can use WH question. We have, okay, we're gonna put WH question first, plus the verb to be in present, okay, plus the subject, plus going to, plus the verb in infinitive. For example, where are you going to spend your weekend? Where are you going to spend your weekend? Here we are asking about place. Why? Because we have where, okay, because we have where, okay. So, or sometimes we have who and what, okay. For example, we have who is going to speak at the lesson. Who is going to speak at the lesson? Okay, this is just quickly things about future. Okay, so how we gonna use well, how we are going to use be going to, etc. It seems that it's really easy to understand the future simple. Why? Because we are going to keep the verbs in infinitive. We are not going to conjugate the verb. We are going to put either well or going to plus the verb in infinitive, etc. Here we have some exercises. Okay, so here we have some exercises. You can just check this exercise. We are going to click here, and then we are going to find some exercise using the simple future, either going to or will. Okay, so then when you finish, you can take these quizzes. Okay, we have this quiz. We have quiz number 1, quiz number 2, quiz number 3, and 4, etc. Okay, this is what we have. Since we are talking about future and future simple, either will or going to. Okay, so this is what we have right now, and thank you.